Hey everyone, it's Amanda with My Life, My Way. We are in Prague and we're doing IVF, and yesterday we went for another doctor's office or back to our doctor's office anyways, for another checkup. If you missed the last update, we started drugs on cycle day 2. Hi Emily. And then we went back and saw a doctor on cycle day 7, and they said everything looks good, continue on for 2 more days. And then on cycle day 9, which was yesterday, we went back and saw the doctor, and basically what they said was that our eggs haven't actually grown between cycle day 7 and cycle day 9, which is not what they're wanting to see. They said they still saw the same amount of follicles, which is about 13, but they didn't get any larger. So they have, hi Amber, glad you could come join us. So they sent me home with having again the dose. So I was on 150 units of Pergeron, which is their sort of egg grower. It's sort of similar to like Gonalef, kind of an idea. So the last 2 days they bumped me up to 225, which is a lot of drug. And then I'm still doing the ovulation inhibitor at night. So I have like 1 needle to one side of my stomach and 1 needle to another side of my stomach. And they're getting pretty painful these days. Part of it might be the amount of drug that I'm putting in, because I'm putting in more now. The other part to that is that it's getting super sensitive, and I mean, there's really only so many times you can poke at it before you start poking at almost the same spot, or it kind of goes in the same area as the last one and that kind of thing. So it's been getting kind of painful. Yesterday was kind of just like a give up day for us. The weather here was kind of crappy. I wasn't feeling so good after the doctor's office. Neither one of us really got a whole lot of sleep the night before. So we just kind of like killed yesterday. We went out for kind of a late lunch kind of a thing. And then that was pretty much it. We didn't even go out for dinner. The late lunch ended up being at like 3 p.m. So we kind of just like ate the once. We have yogurt finally here. And some granola and that kind of stuff, and bananas and grapes and that kind of thing. So it's not like I was starving. We just didn't bother going out again for another big meal, considering we did nothing all day. Because pretty much what we subsisted on was a bunch of yogurt yesterday. Today we went and got up relatively early in the morning, had some yogurt and a shower, and then we went into kind of Old Town and we checked some stuff out, and to Wenceslas Square, I believe is how it's pronounced. Apparently the good King Wenceslas is like a Christmas carol. You can tell I didn't really do Christmas in my house thing. We celebrated Christmas, just I didn't really know Christmas carols. It wasn't really a big deal for us. Turns out I've heard the song. I've even played the music. I just didn't know there was words to it. I'm just one of those weird guys. But anyways, Halloween was the big deal in my house. So I'm actually kind of sad I'm missing Halloween in Canada this year. Apparently they do celebrate Halloween here in Europe. It's just definitely not as big as you get in like North America. And that was always like our big family holiday, so I'm kind of missing it. So Mom, if you're watching, I love you. I hope you have fun tomorrow at Halloween. And I am super sad I wasn't there to carve pumpkins and have a great time. I'll show you guys that next year if you're following me along still. And hopefully we have a little one we can share Halloween with, so that'll be a lot of fun. But anyways, so yes, we checked out Wenceslas Square, which according to like the book that we have about Prague, there's a memorial there from a guy. The Czech Republic was taken over by the Soviets just after World War II, and they became part of the communist regime. It was part of the Soviet Union until the Soviet Union broke up, and then the Czech Republic became the Czech Republic, and the Slovak Republic became the Slovak Republic, rather than the Czech Republic together. And this university kid apparently was protesting the Russian occupation and the communist regime, and he walked into Wenceslas Square right in front of their great big museum. It's the big national museum. The thing is beautiful. I have pictures of us in the square. It's actually what was For anybody that follows me on Instagram or on Facebook, that's actually the picture we were using. If you look in the very far back, that big honking building, that's the National Museum. And this kid like walked up to the museum and then lit himself on fire. A little dark, a little bit crazy. But there's this little monument to him. And yesterday was 150 years of the Czechoslovakia being independent. So it was at the end of the World War I, like at the armistice there, where they gained their independence. And so yesterday was their Independence Day, or whatever they call it here. I don't know if it's like the Czech Day, or I didn't really ask. Hi, Mandy. So anyways, it was a big day for them. So all over the square and all around big monuments today, there was candles and flowers and that kind of stuff. And people were bringing it to their favorite monuments regarding sort of their independence from anybody else. Hi, Melinda. There's a whole bunch of you guys online today, by the way. There's 23 people looking at me right now. This is so weird. How many people are in Europe with me? Is everybody else in North America? It kind of blows my mind. I FaceTimed with my mom yesterday. We were kind of like chilling out, having that kind of just lazy day. And I talked to my friend Danny as well. And it was really bizarre to like sit here in Prague and just FaceTime my mother. Hi, Nikki. I'm glad you could join us. So yeah, so anyways, so that was most of this afternoon, and then we went and had dinner at a nice pub. We ended up having beef Wellington, which is amazing. If you've never had beef Wellington before, you should try it. My camera is slipping. You're just sort of sitting on the edge of the couch. There's not really a great place to video in this room. But anyways, so yeah, so we went and had dinner, and then this evening we actually went and saw my very first opera. I've never been to the opera before. I've never seen the opera. But I don't remember the German name for it. I should know this by now. Hi. So it's called The Magic Flute is what the English translation is. A little weird. I sort of felt like I'd taken too many drugs. There's like random stuff that kind of ran around, but at least it was pretty easy to kind of follow. There was like light versus dark, and they actually had English translation of the words up on the board, as well as Czech translations up on the board, because the play is in German, so, or the opera is in German, so yeah, it was kind of neat and kind of entertaining. And then we walked home. It is beautiful out here today. It's been raining for the last couple of days. It's been kind of chilly. It's like 5-10 degrees outside maybe. And today I think it would hit like plus 18 or something. It was phenomenal. Oh, and we did a little river cruise. They have like little itty bitty boats that fit like 12 people. Maybe 20. You get a free beer with the cruise, or free lemonade, coffee, whatever. And it's about an hour long, and you just kind of like, hi Jacqueline, they like just throw you on this tiny little boat and then just kind of tour you around, and you plug in your audio cassette thing, and there's just an automated guy, and he tells you about sort of the history of the area and the history of the Charles Bridge and that kind of stuff. It was actually really, really neat. So it was kind of one of the funner things that we've done in a while. It is a little bizarre. You have to like go to a guy dressed in a sailor's uniform to buy tickets, and you're pretty sure you're getting ripped off the entire time you're handing him over cash, and then you get on a boat. Yeah, it's weird. But somebody else, I think they're from Wales, told us to go take the cruise, and it was fantastic. It was actually a lot of fun. So we are having a ton of fun out here. For anybody that's just kind of clamoring on, they saw my eggs yesterday, and they haven't grown from 2 days ago, so they've upped my dose from 150 units to 225 units. And then I'm still on the ovulation inhibitor medication. I'm starting to get more sore when I do the injections. The other side effects that I've noticed in the last like day or so has been that my ovaries are feeling kind of heavy. It sort of feels like somebody took like 2 metal balls and just kind of like dropped them into my lower abdomen. It's not painful, but it's super uncomfortable. And the more I walk, the worse it seems to get. So that's kind of awkward and a little discomforting. And it kind of sucks. We've been walking everywhere for this entire vacation. We put on like 20,000 steps or something the other day. We walked like 18 kilometers a different day. It's been a lot of walking for us. We usually hit 10,000 steps. My husband has a Fitbit. But we usually hit the 10,000 step mark, usually just after lunch. And so it's been kind of crazy around here. And all of a sudden now I'm just like, this is not going to go well for us. We need to like slow this down, take a bit of a slow in. So I'm feeling myself kind of slowing down, and my cranky factor, let's call it that. That seems like a nice word to use. Guys. My sort of like cranky factor is definitely like ramped up. I felt it this morning, and you could like hear the cranky version of myself having a conversation and yelling at me. It was pretty awful. My poor husband puts up with a lot of crap. But anyways, that's pretty much it for right now. It's pretty much all I have to like kind of report to you guys. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them. It's a lovely thing about doing live videos, right? Yeah, cranky factor. It was the nicest, like, politically correct, just in case you got kids in the room, word to come up with was cranky factor. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. If you're looking at doing IVF, if you're looking at doing IVF in Prague, anything along those lines, feel free to ask either on the video or in the comments, or apparently there's like a messaging thing now over YouTube you can do, you can message me. That's all totally fine with me. I will give you the answers, as much as I have them, obviously, because I'm definitely not the end-all be-all of knowledge about this. And all I have is my own information. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have for you guys. If anybody came on because I posted this up to our Bath Bombs for Babies Facebook page, which has been our fundraiser going on for the last, I don't know, 6 months, I guess now, since April we've been running it. I'm probably going to be starting soaps, so if you've been seeing my like question of the day, feel free to answer them. If you haven't signed up to our Facebook page, that's where we are, Bath Bombs for Babies. I'm going to be making soap when I get home. I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know how awful it's going to be. You may never actually get a bar of soap in your home, but I'm going to try it. We'll see how it works. Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. Somebody seems to have any questions, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye for now.